Christianity. Christianity began in the 1st century AD in Judea, a province of the Roman Empire, based on the life and teachings of Jesus of Nazareth. The movement grew from a small group of followers who believed Jesus was the Son of God. After his death, his disciples, known as the Apostles, traveled far and wide, spreading his message of love, forgiveness, and the promise of eternal life. This message of hope deeply touched people from all walks of life, offering them a personal connection to God and a strong sense of community. At first, many early Christians faced terrible persecution from the Roman authorities, who saw the new faith as a threat. Yet, their efforts to stop its spread only made the believers' faith stronger. Eventually, the Roman Empire not only accepted Christianity but made it the official state religion. In the centuries that followed, Christianity profoundly shaped the laws, art, and values of Western civilization and became the world's largest faith. Its history teaches us how a powerful message of hope can unite people, create lasting institutions, and provide a moral compass that guides societies for thousands of years. Islam. Islam began in the 7th century AD on the Arabian Peninsula with the Prophet Muhammad. In the city of Mecca, Muhammad received revelations from God, known as Allah, which were later written down in the Holy Book, the Quran. The central message was a call to surrender to the one true God. This new faith grew as Muhammad and his followers journeyed from Mecca to Medina, an event known as the Hijra, which marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. Islam had a profound impact on people, uniting warring tribes under a shared belief and providing a complete guide for life, from daily prayers to social justice. It offered a direct connection to God and created a global community of believers called the Ummah. At first, Muhammad and his followers faced strong opposition in Mecca, but their message quickly gained support. Within a few decades, Islam spread rapidly from Arabia across the Middle East, North Africa, and into Spain and Asia. This expansion led to a golden age of science, mathematics, and art, preserving ancient knowledge and making new discoveries. The story of Islam shows how a powerful message of unity and submission to God can transform a region and inspire a rich civilization that continues to influence the world today. Hinduism. Hinduism is considered the world's oldest living religion, with roots stretching back more than 4,000 years to the Indus Valley in what is now India. Unlike other major faiths, it doesn't have a single founder or one holy book, but instead grew over centuries by absorbing countless local traditions. It progressed through sacred texts like the Vedas and epics, introducing core concepts like dharma, one's duty, karma, the law of cause and effect, and samsara, the cycle of rebirth. For individuals, Hinduism offered a framework for life and a path to spiritual liberation, or moksha. Its flexibility allowed people to worship God in many forms, such as Vishnu, Shiva, and Devi, making it a deeply personal faith. Because it evolved organically, it didn't face a single strong opposition, but rather coexisted and competed with other new faiths like Buddhism and Jainism, which spurred its own internal growth and philosophical debates. In the long run, Hinduism became the cultural and spiritual backbone of India, shaping its art, festivals, and social structure. Its enduring legacy is its incredible diversity and its message that there are many paths to reach the ultimate truth, a lesson in tolerance and spiritual openness. Buddhism. Buddhism originated in ancient India around the 5th century BCE with a prince named Siddhartha Gautama. Troubled by the suffering he saw in the world, he left his life of luxury to search for a way to end human pain. After years of meditation, he achieved enlightenment while sitting under a Bodhi tree and became known as the Buddha, or the Enlightened One. He then began to teach others, spreading his core insights, the Four Noble Truths, which explain the nature of suffering, and the Eightfold Path, a practical guide to achieving inner peace and wisdom. This message deeply resonated with people because it offered them a direct way to overcome their personal struggles through their own efforts, without relying on priests or gods. The faith spread peacefully across Asia, carried by monks and merchants along trade routes. Initially, it found powerful patrons, like the Emperor Ashoka, who embraced its teachings of non-violence and helped establish it as a major world religion. In the long term, Buddhism profoundly shaped the cultures of countless countries, from Sri Lanka to Japan, inspiring vast monasteries, beautiful art, and traditions of mindfulness that are still practiced globally today. Its enduring lesson is that the path to peace lies within, teaching that compassion and wisdom can free us from suffering. Judaism. Judaism is one of the world's oldest monotheistic religions, originating in the Middle East over 3,500 years ago with a figure named Abraham. Its story begins with a special covenant, or promise, made between God and Abraham, establishing a unique relationship with his descendants, the Jewish people. The faith progressed through key events like the Exodus from Egypt, led by Moses, who later received God's laws, known as the Torah, on Mount Sinai. This sacred text became the foundation of Jewish law, ethics, and daily life. For its followers, Judaism created a powerful sense of shared identity and community, bound together by faith, tradition, and a resilient spirit. Throughout their history, the Jewish people faced immense challenges, including the destruction of their temple in Jerusalem and being forced into exile, scattering them across the world in what is known as the diaspora. Despite being a small minority in many lands and often facing persecution, their commitment to their beliefs and traditions ensured their survival. In the long run, Judaism's influence has been vast. It laid the groundwork for both Christianity and Islam and introduced to the world foundational ideas like social justice and the rule of law. Its history stands as a powerful testament to the endurance of faith and the preservation of cultural identity against all odds. Confucianism emerged in ancient China around the 5th century BCE from the teachings of a wise scholar named Confucius or Confucius. He lived during a time of great social chaos and moral decline, and believed the solution was to return to traditional values and ethics. Rather than focusing on gods or an afterlife, his philosophy was a practical guide on how to live a good life and create a harmonious society. He taught his followers about the importance of ren, humaneness, li, proper conduct, and filial piety, respect for one's parents and ancestors. This system offered people a clear moral compass, defining their roles and responsibilities within the family and the state, and it placed a strong emphasis on education as the key to self-improvement. During his lifetime, Confucius struggled to get powerful rulers to adopt his ideas. However, centuries later, the Han Dynasty made Confucianism the official state ideology. They saw it as the perfect framework for training government officials and ensuring a stable, orderly society. As a result, Confucianism shaped Chinese culture, government, and family life for over 2,000 years, and its influence spread to Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. Its lasting lesson is the belief that a just and peaceful society is built upon the moral character and ethical behavior of its people.